I just want to say, there's a bunch of people in my generation that see people that are, way too famous to not talk shit to me about like other rock musicians out here. And I want to say, maybe rock music can be in something by itself. It actually always was. It always is. Because it's about artistry and musicianship, and moments in rock music. Um, so maybe rock music can be in something by itself, especially since everybody that I know in my generation is so worried about pop stars flying too close to the sun with the company, especially looking like some evil pagan witch, maybe. To do what? Take everything from us. To take everything from us. Sometimes I hear Lord talking about killing herself to me often. I look at Phoebe Bridgers. She was like some pop star inside of rock music. Isn't that so stupid? So maybe rock music, I'm talking to my generation especially, and the younger generation, you know, maybe rock music can be in something totally by itself. Since this rap emerged, and all these pop stars at the same time, and somehow there's no more rock music that you see. But you just didn't even see it yet. Because all of these indie rock labels emerged to preserve classic rock music and rock music as you know it. I know you see all the movie stars, everything, like, oh man, I fucking hate those guys for being famous. You gotta just try to play some rock music. If it's not one, it's the other one that you get to even have. You know why? Because they're real songwriters, creatives. All this pop star stuff, this junk that you just consume on the commercials and stuff, it's just junk that you consume on the commercials. And you just want those guys to kill themselves. Because they're fake. And they're assholes for doing that after all this classic rock. And those labels are assholes and they're junk. That's why you feel like junk. So maybe rock music can be in something by itself. It sucks, They sort of created this Lord. Lord's this singer that came out. Now she's telling me she's just going to kill herself and stuff. you know? Because she flew too close to the sun as this pagan witch in real life. And got liposuction because of becoming morbidly obese. As a young girl. And they just do that because it's Ripley's Believe It or Not. And maybe we can stop having Hollywood and these huge companies treat us like Ripley's Believe It or Not. I think that's why Justin Bieber's on stage, like Ripley's Believe It or Not. And Lord, And she's looking like this, and then she's like, she's not Danielle Haim, but she's worrying me. She's worrying me. And if you look into rock music, it always wants to be by itself. It always wants to be by itself. But that's for the right reasons, and it's to preserve it. It's not to be too pompous. And people talk pompously because the world sucks a lot of the time. And it's rock music. I think a lot of bad stuff happened around like the 90s for like everything though. You know, rock music included. You know? But like movies too. And rap. Look at all. People hate these gangsters, man. Because they don't feel good inside anymore with the pop and the gangsters out there. The rappers, man. It's not Lupe Fiasco. Rap isn't Lupe Fiasco. Rap music isn't Andre 3000. And we see all these pop stars fly way too close to the sun. After classic rock. And there's this huge wave of rock music and real rock artists. Pop stars try to do what? They try to take everything from us. Because they fly too close to the sun. Lord's out here like worried and like telling me she's gonna kill herself. Because she got to do it, that's why she said she gets to kill herself. Because she got to be a pop star, she gets to kill herself. I think it's more like this concoction. That causes people to be sick. And maybe she was a sick little girl. When she started to get too horny in bed. You know, by herself. And like summons her legs open. And she says, no, it's actually even like for me and you. And I tell her, I say, I wasn't even there. And you talk to me so pompously. Sometimes when people have a lot of sex, they get really, really, really pompous. Cocky, you know. And it's all day. Since I get like really witch bad in my head, she thinks that like, because these people, Johnny and Bill, you know, they have control over my brain. You know, it is liberating for me to jack off sometimes. And I gain mental health. And that, you know, floodgates open, you know, that I'm dealing with this crazy ass shit. Like my life tunnels. Like, sort of like my life tunneled. in a different way now. Except I didn't do this. Sometimes lives can tunnel so far that they can do no wrong. Does that sort of make sense to you? I think that my life tunneled so far that I can do no wrong. If that could even make sense to somebody. By itself. Like floating a child out to sea, perhaps. I just want you to believe that, if you can. That if you float a child out to sea, they can do no wrong. Because of trying to feel good. Mentally healthy and mentally aware and acute in their brain. Because they have a body that needs to function. Okay? And maybe rock music can be in something by itself. Since all the pop stars want to do is just be rock stars. And all these rappers just want to be gangsters. And these pop stars fly way too close to the sun with the company. After rock music, after Aerosmith. Justin Bieber isn't Aerosmith on stage? And how come people treat him so special? It's because he gets birthday presents from you every day. Lord, Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift. They don't give a fuck about rock music. So maybe rock music can be in something by its damn self.